What is up, everybody? My name is Kubits, and welcome to this mod spotlight for Frost Survival Simulator. I'm extremely excited to bring you this mod spotlight. I am very excited to see how this mod develops, and even though it's only an alpha, I've had a blast playing it already. If you guys know anything about the types of mods that I use, then you know that this is right up my alley. This is a super hardcore overhaul of Fallout 4. There's so much to cover that I'm going to try to do my best to connect it all together pretty well, but it might be a little bit confusing, so I'm going to start off trying to explain the concept. This mod is set 200 years before the events in Fallout 4. That means that it's several years after the Great War. That means that right after all of the nukes are dropped, you are now exploring the wasteland. Due to that, a lot of the game is changed, and I mean a lot of it. A lot of the game is visually changed, a lot of the NPCs are changed, a lot of the gameplay is changed. There's a lot to this mod, even though it's only an alpha right now. And also, please keep in mind, because it is an alpha, if you do download this mod, it's going to be a little bit buggy here and there. That's just to be expected. And it's not going to include all of the features that the mod author plans to include. But that being said, I would definitely not pass up the opportunity to try out this mod, even if you feel like you want to wait a little bit before you do, because I really think I'm going to be playing more of this mod as more features are added. So, because this is set 200 years before the events of Fallout 4, there's basically no main quest. In fact, there aren't even any faction. The goal of this mod is just to survive as long as you can. That might seem like a simple concept, but in reality, especially if you're playing on survival mode, that is a very tall order. When you begin the game, you start underground. The mod changes a lot of the subways and in fact connects all of them. You'll find that a lot of humans are living underground. That is largely because if you go outside and you're not wearing a gas mask, you will irradiate very quickly. Radiation in general is a lot more damaging in this mod, but not just radiation. Everything is a lot more damaging in this mod. For instance, it takes a lot less hits to kill an enemy and yet a lot less hits for them to kill you. On top of that, things like meds and ammo are a lot more scarce. You'll have to do a lot of exploring to amass any large amount of anything. You'll need to find schematics for high-tech contraptions that you can build through your workshop. This mod tries to focus on realism, difficulty, and survival. Meaning, if you want a lot of meds, you'll probably have to visit someplace like a hospital. Another feature that makes this mod much more difficult is the fact that NPCs are extremely hostile to you. There are very few NPCs that you will come across that aren't going to try to kill you. Some NPCs are pretty aggressive, while other NPCs are just trying to defend their territory. Those are probably the NPCs that you'll encounter the most. But you'll also encounter regular NPCs that just aren't interested in picking a fight. There are plenty of vendors, but you'll have to do a little bit of exploring to be able to find them. And this rule also applies for factions. There are factions like the US Army that still exists, but only in remnants, the Federation, survivors that are trying to make it through just like you, and a variety of others. The atmosphere in this mod reminds me a lot of Fallout 3. It's very dark, it's very gloomy. So if you enjoyed Fallout 3's atmosphere a lot, then you should definitely consider trying this mod. A really cool feature of this mod is that there's tons of lore to go looking for. There's not much that's going to be explained to you through just dialogue. You'll have to explore, look at an area, and try to assess what happened there. And there are tons of different notes and journals that you can find all over the place. Keep in mind, the goal of this mod is primarily to survive. If you're looking for something that you can just kind of cruise through, this is definitely not the mod for you. But if you're looking for more realism, completely different environments, something that's going to give you a big challenge and shake things up, then I really could not recommend this mod more. I'm very excited to see how it progresses, and I'm definitely going to be playing it quite a lot as it evolves. Going over every little detail in this mod would take me forever. You're going to find a bunch of different cool surprises in regards to the lore, in regards to items being changed, into new locations with different NPCs. It's also really important to keep in mind, because this is such an extensive overhaul, there are tons of mods that are incompatible with it. It's probably best, if you want to try this out, to clear out most of your load order. More details about this can be found on the mod page. Keep in mind, guys, that this mod is an alpha, so don't get too outraged if you experience bugs. In fact, to start the game, you probably shouldn't use a save you've been playing on. Either use an alternate start mod to make a new character and quickly console command yourself a gas mask, because otherwise you're gonna die, or the mod author supplies a save that you can use. This feature isn't going to be permanent. Eventually the mod author plans to add a bunch of different starts, but at least for now, you need to download their save, How you do that is pretty simple. All you gotta do is download the save file from the mod page, extract the RAW file into its own folder, you should find the save file, and then you just gotta go to Documents, then My Games, then Fallout 4, and then Saves. Drag and drop, and then you should be good to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy Frost and you want to watch it grow, please make sure to endorse it on the mod page because it's very helpful to encourage the author to continue to work on it. I also totally think that this mod deserves it. If you found this video helpful, you can give it a like as well because obviously I appreciate that. And if you subscribe to my channel, then you'll see a lot more mod spotlights in your sub box. If you're interested in watching more mod spotlights right now, then you can click on screen to see my playlist of all of the mod spotlights that I've done for Fallout 4. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.